Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be speaking about the 805 Writers Conference and Book Expo. And joining us to discuss that is Kathleen Kaiser, who is the president of the Writers and Publishers Network. Welcome, Kathleen, and what can you tell us about this conference?
Well, thank you for having me, George. It's going to be happening November 5th and 6th at the Crown Plaza. It's our 10th year. Of course, we missed 2 years because of COVID, but we're back this year with a 2-day conference with top speakers, New York Times best-selling authors, top book marketers, a lot of local writers also, because in the Book Expo, regional people, authors who have books, will be able to come and sell their books, and people, it's free to attend, can come and find some really new authors. Also, all of our speakers are going to be having assigned times when they'll be in signing books and selling books in the Book Expo.
Okay, very good. So just to really highlight this point, this is a conference that anyone can attend. It's not just for professionals in the industry.
Oh, totally. Right. If you're somebody that wants to know about writing, or you're thinking about writing, this will tell you about the craft and business of writing, because we also have top book marketers like Desiree Duffy and Penny Sansevieri who are there that will tell you. This year we're focusing on how to launch a book, because a lot of people don't understand how to do that.
Yeah, and I imagine it's perhaps evolved even in the last bunch of years compared to how it's been in the last 100 anyway.
It's evolved in the last 18 months. So
Oh yeah, okay.
when you're dealing with Amazon, they change their algorithms about every 18 months, and then you have to scramble. Penny's become a best-selling author because she puts it a metadata nerd, and she loves to find out what's going on. So she figures out how they've changed everything. She updates the latest book. She has like 10 editions on one of them, and how to sell books by the truckload on Amazon. And then she puts it out, and she's a very dear friend. I just actually asked her some questions we were having with Amazon ad problems, and she told me exactly what to do. So it's really great. I also have my own company that promotes authors. So besides the nonprofit, which is an all volunteer organization, I have my own company. So I'm doing book publishing 24/7.
Got it. Now you've mentioned Amazon a couple of times here in the last few minutes, and obviously they're the big player on the online book world. But um, would should a new writer actually consider focusing on Amazon in terms of getting their work out?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Because unless you have a publisher who will get you into bookstores, bookstores will not order your book. You can have it on Ingram, which is the main book distributor in the world, and they will be able to order your book if somebody comes in and asks for it at a bookstore or Barnes and Noble or something. But otherwise, you're not going to get into bookstores. You can get into libraries through ebooks, but that's all. The ebook market is really huge. One of our speakers sells over 5,000 copies of her ebooks every month.
Wow.
Yeah, almost
Okay.
99% on Amazon.
And this is going to be one of the speakers at the conference?
Yes, Patricia Fry.
Right. Okay. Very good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So,
Actually, she just passed the 100 mark in her books.
wow. Holy moly.
Yeah,
She's
she started
prolific.
in 2012. Actually, that's why I'm president of the Writers and Publishers. She turned it over to me. Um, but she started writing cozy mysteries called the Klepto Cat Mysteries, about her cat bringing things home. And she's written over 60 of them now, and she has a second series out. So she's up in Ojai, and there's just so many different ways to do things. Like William Bernhardt that we have, he's a New York Times #1 bestseller. He has a big publisher, but he's sold millions of books. He does the Ben Kincaid mystery series.
Okay.
A lot of people may know it. And then Wendelin Van Drawn, I always stumble on her name. She's going to be our keynote speaker. She lives up in Pismo Beach, and she's another New York Times best-selling author. and she won the Edgar Allan Poe Award for mysteries for one of her series.
Wow, well done.
Yeah, so we've got some really interesting. And this year, for the first time, I have 4 different publishers who take direct submissions. They're small publishers, but they've all have nice catalogs. They've been in business for a while. They all like different genres, and they take direct submissions. So they're going to be there talking, and they'll be meeting with the people. I'm having that as an extra long session so everybody can talk with them. I mean, I'm trying to give everyone an opportunity. Here's things you need to learn about and how to do. And then here's some of the people who can help you.
Good. Now, since we just talked about Amazon, could you just comment then on this sort of relationship between the small independent publishers and this big, huge gorilla called Amazon, at least from the perspective of a writer?
Well, anybody can put their books up on Amazon. Small publishers have them, the big 5 publishers have them, indie authors who self-publish have them all up there. So it's there. The problem is about 1 million books every 6 months are now going up on Amazon.
Wow.
So that's one of the things I love about having Penny talk at the conference, because she stays up on Amazon's doing. And right now, Amazon just completely changed how you can do ads, which has been, for my client, something we've been doing a lot with. And that was what I asked her about, because where suddenly nothing's happening with our ads. And then she says, oh, they changed 2 months ago. So
Okay.
they're constantly working the system and changing the system. But it's the only place, if you're self-publishing, to go. But you can make money doing it. It's not, but you've got to promote the book. I think the mistake most writers make before they, because you're not an author till you've been published. Most writers think that writing the book is 100% of the job, and then it just gets put up on Amazon and people will buy it. No, they won't. You've got to promote it. You've got to have some sort of social media presence. You've got to be able to put ads out there. You have to be able to do things to draw people's attention to the book. And because they're not going to find it otherwise. There's things called categories. If you're not selecting the right categories and people are Googling for books about, rock and roll groups, and you don't have the right categories, they're never going to find your book.
Okay. Now, we're almost out of time here, but I'm wondering if you could speak to the attendee who may not be a writer and may not even be thinking about it, but they're a reader. Okay. What could they benefit from in terms of the conference?
Oh, well, then they should come to the Book Expo. We're going to have over 50 authors there selling their books, including many of the speakers who have books. They'll be there selling their books and signing them. It's free if you sign up in advance online at 805 Writers Conference. There's a link to sign up. You'll be in for a drawing of, we're giving away 4 bags of books, each worth over $100 worth of books. So they can come to the Book Expo. It's free, but if you want to be in the drawing, sign up in advance.
Very good. And then could you quickly comment on the connection between the conference and the WPN as a nonprofit?
Well, it's WPN owns the conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's simple
It's
enough.
promoted by. Yeah, well, we give away scholarships too. With any of the leftovers monies, we give away scholarships to the next conference, to young writers and to writers over 60.
Okay. So Kathleen, thank you kindly. I wonder if you could sneak in the website that viewers could go to for more information before we end off here.
805writersconference.com.
All right. Thanks again for your time, Kathleen. It's great to speak with you.
Thank you for having me.
This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.